Good afternoon. Welcome back to the 2021 PGA Championship here at the Ocean Course, Key Island, South Carolina. We welcome Joel Dahmen, who posted a 2 under 70 today. He's 1 over for the championship. Joel, you really had it humming there for your front nine. Things got more difficult on the back. Was that did something change in your game, or the conditions kick in a little bit, or what was that?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure that out a little bit. I didn't, you start climbing the board on Saturday of a major, and they're going to have it hopefully a little tougher in the afternoon, and try to post a number, and maybe you can, be there around on Sunday. So 10 wasn't that bad, but we had a different wind today, and it was a lot softer. So the lines changed a ton on the tee, and on 10, probably took a little bit too aggressive line, didn't hit a great shot, so I went to a terrible spot, and from there, screwed up the next three. So easy to make doubles out here. I did make a couple putts coming in. It was maybe a little bit of little anxious out there, maybe trying to get myself in a good spot. And the finishing stretch is hard. There's nothing new. I don't care if it's windy or not or downwind. It's just going to be hard out there.
Okay, Alan on 3.
I'm writing about the fans because it feels like to me this is the first tournament since COVID that has that energy and that feeling. Have you felt that between the ropes?
Yeah, well, I got to play with Ricky today, and he played well. I think he shot, well, he bogeyed last. I think he shot 300, but, you're going to, when Ricky's there, there's going to be more people. Especially, I just think there's more people here on Saturday as well, probably. So that was definitely energy. Ricky made 2 on 17, and that was loud in there. It's an amphitheater kind of anyways, but that was fun. Definitely, I think we're all didn't mind the fans for a couple weeks, and then it was like, okay, we need some energy out here. We need the extra boost, and I know that a lot of guys have talked about it. Rory's mentioned he was kind of a golf zombie for a while, and for me, it doesn't change on Thursday and Friday because no one ever watches me anyways, really, so it doesn't matter. But when you get to the weekend and you're in contention, like, you definitely want that environment. You want that around, and Wells Fargo was great. That was really fun on the weekend. I was just far enough out of it, but on that last stretch, there's plenty of people around. So even if you're not playing well, it still kind of gets the blood flowing for sure.
Does it feel like this is really a major because of that energy, and that was kind of lacking the previous 3 in some ways?
Yeah, so it was, I played a couple of those I've only played a couple majors as a whole, and so I played Bethpage as my first one, and that's crazy there, right? I don't care what position you're in, that's pretty wild. So then to go, like, they all felt the same, like Winged Foot, like, just didn't have Winged Foot, like, you don't have that New York crowd there, and same with Harding Park. There just wasn't much. So there's the build-out's bigger, and there's more hoops to jump through, kind of, there's more media, there's more trucks, there's all that stuff, but once you get on the golf course, it's just like another event, so it's hard to separate that. So, this is fun. There's plenty of people out there on the back nine, especially that finishing stretch, and I guess we all didn't realize how much we needed the fans.
Yeah, it seemed like, especially yesterday afternoon, there were some overserved fans, and it was getting noisy. Have you heard anything funny or unique this week? You've heard it all by now.
Yeah, you hear a lot of it. I kind of laugh. There's just some lady it was, Ricky, it's my birthday. Come over here and take a picture. And he's 50 yards away in the middle of the fairway. Like, that's just not going to happen. So those guys are used to it. I'm kind of on the fringe of it. I don't get a whole lot of that. But, I played with Phil at Wells Fargo, and just the stuff he has to hear is just ridiculous and he's had to do it for 30 years. So I admire those guys to do it every single day.
Winning the PGA Championship at Harding Park was a great accomplishment, but to have the intensity and the adrenaline of the fans and the noise and all that, does it make it a little tougher test to prevail?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, I think so. Just the whole energy of everything just completely changes. Like, if you're coming down the stretch and there's no one there, like, it's just you and kind of the golf course and your competitors. But now, the ropes are pretty tight in between 16 and 17 here, and 17 to 18. So just feeling that today was like, and I was kind of laughing. I'm like, these guys late in the day, people are going to be overserved. It's going to be really fun energy, and I think it's great to have them back for sure.
Stuart Sink was saying that there's kind of more good cheer from the crowd. Sometimes it can be obnoxious, but it feels like Do you think there's something to that, like, oh, okay, COVID's over, we can finally come back out?
Yeah, right. I think that everyone's happy that sporting events are back, right? And I think that they're appreciating it more, and they're happy that they get to come out and watch, because for a year, they were sidelined. So I think people are happier, and they love being outdoors, and they love being together. People miss that, I think, as much as anything. It's just being around other people and having a good time. And I would say overall, the happiness of the fans are for sure better and more. I mean, you can just kind of see everyone out there enjoying themselves.
We're going to
great.
wrap
Thank
it
you.
up with Rex on 6.
Have you ever been overserved at a sporting event?
Is this a loaded question? Do you know the answer to this?
No, absolutely not.
We can guess.
Should I?
I mean, yeah, I have been. But is it their fault or is it my fault, I guess, is a question.
I'm not assigning blame to anyone. I'm just curious if you've ever. What's the strangest thing you've ever yelled at someone at a sporting event?
Well, because I've kind of been on this side of it for long enough, even when I was younger, like it was always playing, I was in the arena per se. Like it was enjoyable to go to a small college game or like a non-conference UW basketball game, and there's 200 people in there, and you can chirp at the ref. That's fun. But when you're in people with 30,000 people, no one's going to hear you anyway. So I think I respect the players and what they do, and you realize how hard it is. So I tried not to do that anymore. I mean, I yell plenty of stuff from my couch now, but no one else is hearing that.
What I really wanted to ask about was, and I know this is probably not a very good example given the last 3 days, because it was going to be a slow golf course. But did you find the rangefinders were able to pick up the pace at all?
No, I mean, it doesn't. If you're waiting, it doesn't matter. There's like on 18 today, Gino was I hit it in the bunker and kind of had to lay up, so he's running up and he just shoots a number real quick. But then all of a sudden he's like, well, it looks further than that, so he double checks the number anyways. I think that we're so ingrained in that stuff. Like it's not. We need so much more than the pin, especially out here. There's so many slopes, so many bunkers, so much stuff to cover. We need more than just and you can people like you can laser the number and then do the backwards math, but it only takes a couple. There's so many heads out here, and the books are so good. Like it's not really going to help anything. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's fine. I think it's good if you're way offline. If you're in the jungle and you're just trying to get a pitch out number or you're just trying to get a quick number, I think that's great to have, and I don't think there's any reason we shouldn't always have them for that. But I don't think the books are ever going to go away or pacing off yardages.
And you mentioned the thing about Phil in Charlotte. Is any part of you that's, I don't want to say surprised, but given what he's doing here?
Yeah, so the way he played the first round in Charlotte was rather impressive with me. He had the 2-wood, he was hitting, and it was always in play, and his iron game's always been his strength. Out here, you can get up and down from a lot of places. It's not friendly, but if you're good at pitching the ball or chipping or getting the ball in the hole around the greens, you can do it. There's not many times where you're just completely screwed. So, I mean, 36 holes is a lot of golf. I'm rooting for him. It would be an incredible story. The wind down today is going to help him a lot, I think. I guess, like for anybody, I mean, he's got as good a shot as anybody, you should say, at the leaderboard. But given his last 3 or 4 years, whatever it's been, should I poke the bear and be like, he can read this? And then, no, I would be surprised if he can keep it together for 36 holes out here. I think today he'll hang around with the wind being down. You can score. And the way his iron game is, but if the wind gets blown, I think it's supposed to blow again tomorrow a little bit more. But everyone has to do it. Come down that stretch. It's going to be tough. But I'm rooting for him, but I'd be impressed if he did.
Joel, we obviously wanted something from him, and we got it. So thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.